Hi everybody, this is Gaming Mule and welcome to this week's edition of Muttering with Mule. This week's going to be a bit different to normal. Normally if you've watched these videos before, you will know that I will normally do like an introduction and then I'll just cut to an audio and I'll be talking about whatever subjects that we've picked this week, and then there'll be some like video or something on to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make. That's not going to happen this week. This week it's going to be all on camera. You get to look at my deliciously beautiful face for the whole duration of this video. You're welcome. Today I want to talk about fair use and content ID in YouTube. This is quite a common topic that's brought up from YouTubers, big YouTubers. Normally, I don't think it's really brought up by small channels like me, but it is something I wanted to talk about today. So you may remember a few weeks ago on Muttering with Mule, I did a video on my love for Blade Runner and Blade Runner the video game, and my thoughts on Blade Runner 2049. Now, I did that video and straight away it was hit with content ID. Now, I don't actually mind it when a video is hit with content ID. Generally, I just kind of brush it under the carpet and let it go ahead. You know, I've been hit with content ID before in videos like Let's Plays that maybe has a bit of audio that's copyrighted in the background or something like that. And Let's Play videos, let's face it, are really easy to make. They require kind of little to no editing. I just kind of put the introduction and the outro on it and then just let it go. So, you know, and I'm not making any money from this, you know. I mean, I'm a very small channel. I might make a few pence on a video if I'm lucky at the minute. So, I don't care about that. That's fine. Whoever issued the content ID claim, they can have it. It's fine. Now, when it comes to Muttering with Mule videos, that's a little different in my opinion. Because Muttering with Mule actually takes me a long time to make normally. Because I write the script and then I have to record it, and then I do a first edit with all of the audio, and then I'll do a second edit with all of the visual stuff on it. And sometimes I may even do a third edit on it with the music track in the background that I put on all of my videos. It's probably playing right now. That's because when I've got all of the edits on in my editing software, when I put a music track on it at the same time, it kind of fills up the memory of the editing software. The editing software I use isn't great, so I tend to have to do a second edit, and then that frees up some of the memory in the software and on the computer so that I can add the music. And then after that I have to upload it onto YouTube, and I have to create the thumbnail, which, you know, doesn't take very long, but then I have to do the description and the tags and everything like that. So from start to finish, so from when I first start writing the script up until when it's uploaded, published and ready for you guys to watch, that normally takes about between 5 and 8 hours, depending on the amount of editing that I have to do. So it takes quite a while. So to spend all of that time on a video and then to have a company basically take away any rights to any monetization I have on that video is an insult, in my opinion. It's a real insult. And I don't think it's fair. You know, I mean, I used all of that content within the realms of fair use, and I'm really angry about it. It is a matter of pride. It's got nothing to do with the money, because like I say, I'm going to probably make about 2 pence on that, tops. I'm probably not even going to make that, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, but it's kind of, like I say, it's a matter of pride, and it's taking my rights against my video away from me. Now, for those of you that don't know what content ID is, content ID is like an algorithm that's built into YouTube, and it scans the videos that's being posted on it to see if there's anything that breaches copyright laws on there. So it's completely automated, as far as I'm aware, and it just kind of flags up videos and takes away your monetization and puts it with the copyright owner. Now that I do not have a problem with. Obviously content creators, not even content creators, kind of conglomerates and big companies need to protect their audio visual content so that it's not used for piracy or anything wrong. So, you know, that's what prevents people from making money from uploading TV programs or music or films or whatever. So that's why you don't see like films on YouTube, because that's a breach of copyright. It's why you don't really see people posting videos, posting music on YouTube and making ad revenue from it, because that's a breach of copyright. And obviously I used footage from the movie Blade Runner in my video, and that was flagged up for Content ID, which I fully expected to happen. So that's not what bothered me about this. What bothered me is that you can kind of appeal that decision for Content ID. And you can basically you click that you wish to dispute the Content ID, and that you and you can put in like an explanation of the reasons why you wish to as to why you disagree with that decision. So while I did use movie clips from Blade Runner, which is owned by Warner Brothers, I used it within the realms of fair use, which kind of excludes you from that copyright infringement, because I used fairly short clips and I used it for an informative and for the purposes of criticism. Because I was talking about Blade Runner, I was talking about my love for it, I was talking about how I feel about the movie. It was an informative video, or at least it was supposed to be. So I disputed the copyright claim for those reasons, and I put that on the explanation. I said that it's within the realms of fair use, which I still firmly believe it is, but then I was still denied that monetization on that video. And I just think it is absolutely ridiculous. And loads of YouTubers have talked about this, and they've expressed their disgust at it. A lot of them blame YouTube. I wouldn't say that I blame YouTube as much as I blame Warner Brothers, because while the system that YouTube has set up isn't great, the only reason it's fucked up is because it's open to for people to take advantage of that system. And that's exactly what these companies do. And it's disgusting, really, because you can, when you're denied that dispute, you can appeal that even further. But YouTube comes up with a like a disclaimer that says that you may get a copyright strike on your channel. Now, a copyright strike is different to Content ID, whereas I believe if you get 3 strikes, that's your channel gone, deleted. And I don't really want to jeopardize my channel with over a video that's going to make a couple of pence ad revenue. It's not worth it. I'm willing to just let it go, but I'm still going to have a fucking rant about it on this cocking channel. Ugh. I know that I'm kind of rambling a little bit. That's because I haven't planned this video out at all this week. I just wanted to, I wanted it to come from the heart, genuinely, this week. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a fucking rant today. Oh, yeah. And the issue with this is, of course, is that there's people out there, not me, thankfully, but there's people out there that rely on YouTube for an income. There's people out there that do it for a living. And when their content gets flagged and their monetization gets taken away, then it's going to affect their lives. And, you know, a lot of it is completely within fair use, and they get everything taken away from them. In the video that I used, I was flagged on 2 clips. One of them was the part where Deckard is chasing Zora through Los Angeles and he ends up shooting her. For that whole sequence, I was talking and commentating and discussing Blade Runner itself. There was no audio used, and yeah, the clip was a few minutes long, I have to admit, but overall it was still used for the purposes of fair use.
When it comes to direction, this film is an absolute masterpiece and truly shows Ridley Scott at his finest. He creates a living, breathing world which genuinely makes you feel like you were there, with unique set designs and one of the greatest movie soundtracks ever created. If this movie didn't create the atmosphere that it did, then I really don't think it would be considered the classic that it is today.
The second clip that was used was the trailer for the new Blade Runner 2049. I don't believe I included any audio in that. Again, that was just the visuals, and I was commentating throughout the whole of it.
Perhaps this long-buried secret discovered by Officer K, Ryan Gosling, is how to extend a replicant's lifespan. Who knows? I have suspicions that this film has been built around Harrison Ford and the studio feels he needs to be included in the movie. Hence the fact it is clear that Deckard is one of the main characters and the time-lapse matches more or less to how Ford has aged in real time.
But I got flagged for audio and visual on that one, which is a bit strange because I didn't use audio in that respect. Not for that clip anyway. But then at some points, I played the whole Rutger Hauer Roy speech at the end of the movie. I played all of that in its entirety and I did not commentate on that at all because I just wanted people to watch it. And I didn't get flagged on that. That's just, it just doesn't make any sense. So that clearly means that they haven't watched the video when I filed my dispute, because I would have thought that when I filed my dispute that they would have put in more flags on the video. Sure, definitely that. That I would have thought definitely would have been flagged. I'm really shocked that it wasn't. And if it was just that, then I probably wouldn't have an issue with it, because that is a bit not sure about that. But yeah, the system is clearly being abused and it's bullying people into not taking things further, because I don't have the time to go through a legal dispute over a video that's going to generate a couple of pence. It's ridiculous. So Warner Brothers, if you're watching, then fuck you! I'm sure there's more that I could say about this. I probably should have written at least some sort of plan or some kind of script about today. But like I say, I wanted it to come from the heart. I didn't want it to feel forced. I'm sincerely pissed off. And where is the fair use? You'll find lots of videos about where's the fair use. There's a great one by the Nostalgia Critic on Channel Awesome that was put up ages ago. He explains it much better than I do about what is wrong with Content ID and the way that videos are flagged on YouTube and demonetized by their creators. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And like I say, I don't blame YouTube. A lot of people used to blame YouTube, and I think they are trying to sort it slowly but surely, because what used to happen is when your video got flagged for Content ID, then the money would go straight to the people that issued that kind of flag. But now what happens is if you dispute that, then the money kind of goes into a pot and nobody gets it, and then whoever wins the dispute gets that money. Whereas before it would be, like I say, whoever issued that flag, they would just get the money, like regardless. And then even if you won the dispute, I think they would still keep the money. So YouTube are changing things and they're trying to make it fairer, but it's still open to abuse. And yeah, I know I'm a small channel. Luckily, this isn't affecting me financially. It's just my pride that it's affected, and it's affected it quite a lot. It's really pissed me off. Muttering with Mule takes a long time to do. It takes up a hell of a lot of time, actually. When you've got a job and a house and a partner, you get very little free time to do other things. So it makes me wonder, should I forget doing Muttering with Mule? if it's just going to piss me off when this happens and just carry on doing Let's Plays and streams and other stuff. But this is something that I actually want to do well in, and I hope it does go well. And I hope you enjoy it. I've had nothing but, positivity generally so far. I'm always looking to improve, and, I want to make this enjoyable for you. But it's also got to be enjoyable for me, and if this is just going to piss me off, then I don't want to do it anymore. But I'll carry on for now, but if this happens again, I don't really know what I'm going to do. But, yeah. Thanks for listening. Next week, we shall be back. Well, I don't think I'm going to do a ranting next week. We're actually going to do something fun, hopefully, next week. I'm just waiting for an email back from Jesus. And hopefully, that email will be in by next week and you'll know what the frig I'm talking about. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe for more Muttering with Mule. Muttering with Mule comes out every Thursday. It is a weekly topical show by myself. And I also feature on Daydreamer Gaming, which is a collaboration channel. You can check that out on YouTube as well. We've got loads of great content on there, lots of streams, there's podcasts on there, there's videos. It's great. It's a great channel. You should definitely check it out. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and everything like that as well. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm done ranting. Power Rangers Mega Battle came out today, so I want to play that. I don't want to sit here being pissed off and angry. But before I do finish, you'll have noticed that I've put those clips that I got content ID'd for in the video. And you're probably thinking, Sam, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you doing that? You're just going to get content ID'd again. You're just going to get yourself pissed off again. Well, fuck it. I'm going to take a page out of one of my favourite YouTubers' books and I'm just going to content ID the shit out of this. So we're going to end this video with the safety dance by Men Without Hats. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that, guys. I'm off to play Power Rangers Mega Battles now. Hopefully I'll have seen you there, because this is going to get published in a couple of days, and this is today, and yeah, whatever. Thanks for watching.